Hey everybody, it's Barry Chandler from Thebarblogger.com. What's the difference between your brand today versus the brand you created when you first launched your business? The perception you had of it, what you thought it was going to mean, the color schemes, the design, the layout, the logo, everything about it. What's different now than a few years ago? The biggest difference of all is that your customers, every time they dine with you, every time they have a drink in your bar, they impact your brand because they take away their own interpretation of the brand. And more they're sharing that interpretation with Facebook, with Twitter, with Instagram, with Pinterest. Those photos, those images, those conversations that now exist 5 years after you've launched your business, that's your brand. So if that's remarkably different to the brand you thought you were creating, maybe that's something worth considering. Now, the brand you created may not have been the successful one. If you've got a busy restaurant, a busy bar right now, the business is good, but the brand, in terms of what your customers think it's about, what your customers are taking pictures of, is different to what you sat down around a board table and planned 5 years ago. It's not a bad thing. It just means that you must align your strategies with the brand that's out there right now. You may have hit on something really successful without even realizing, and that might be different to the original plan, might be different to the original brand, but that's a good thing. One easy way to see what your customers think of your business is using social media. What is the brand that they're putting out into the world, their interpretation of your brand? Instagram is increasingly more important to find out what customers think of your business, what customers are sending out to the world as your brand ambassadors. Because let's face it, every customer is a brand ambassador these days. They sit there with their mobile phone, they tweet, they Facebook, they Instagram, pictures of your food, your menu, your building, your interior, everything about it. So, story in the news recently about a restaurant just launched in New York decided to use Instagram as a way to show customers what the photos looked of their menu items. So they put the hashtag, the name of the restaurant, and then menu after it. Hashtag, a little hash symbol at the bottom of their menu, and said, "Want to see pictures of our food? Go here." So people could go on Instagram and see about 50 different pictures that other customers had taken. And obviously, as more and more people took these pictures, that list grew and grew and grew. And that's a great way to showcase to your customers what really your food looks like, that the brand really looks like. And if that doesn't match with your original plan of your logo and all that, that's not really important. What's important is that what your customers are getting right now is something they enjoy, it's something that's making you money, it's something that's helping your business. You can always slightly align your brand more with what's actually happening in your business, because businesses pivot, businesses change. Very often businesses don't change their brand despite being something completely different from where they started off with. So have a look at what your customers are saying about your business. I think it'll give you a real insight into what your customers' perception is. And maybe you can align your marketing more in line with what they're looking for, what they're enjoying, what they're taking pictures of. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones putting their hands in their pocket to give you their money, give you their hard-earned cash. So bear that in mind. Marketing is different to advertising, okay? Advertising is this one-way street where you're pushing something out, you're pushing. Marketing, you're earning that a little bit more. You're engaging with customers. You're basing your engagements on their opinions and their thoughts and their perception. So consider that a bit more, and you may end up saving yourself a lot of money with advertising and marketing, and you may end up hitting on something that resonates far greater with your customers. But don't ignore the brand that your customers have created for you.